Hey you guys, what's going on? Kim here. I hope you all have had a fantastic week and fantastic month and a half since I've seen you. I'm so sorry guys. I have been walking death lately between work and the kids and Eliza's birthday party, and then I got walking pneumonia and sinusitis, which turned into laryngitis. I have just been a total wreck for the past month, and I've missed you guys so much. And now I thought I'm gonna take some time to reach out to you guys. I didn't want to do any cooking videos while I was sick. I didn't really think anybody was gonna want to eat anything I was making. I didn't think it would make it look too appetizing if I'm so just 2 cups of sugar. You know, it just wasn't gonna go very well. So I've been hitting off and I've been trying to take care of myself, still working, still trying my best to get back to you guys. So I'm not actually cooking today. Well, not exactly. I mean, it's not cooking, it's not baking, it's snacking. So I'm going to show you guys a snack a little bit later on, but to go with this snack, there is a story, and I want to share that with you guys first. It is absolutely no secret to anyone that we grew up dirt poor, dirt poor. A lot of the times, I'm not even sure that my parents knew where our food was coming from. They worked really hard, tried their best, and that's why we ended up getting evicted, because sometimes it would come down to buy food or pay this rent, and after getting too far behind on rent, we would get evicted. So I mean, we just grew up having the most minimal things, and I'll never forget the first time he ever busted these out for me. I was about 5 years old, and I remember it being summer. It was hot. We had been playing outside all day, and finally I hear Dad calling us, wants us to come in and eat, and we had grilled cheese sandwiches. I still remember all of this, and I feel like I can smell the grilled cheese. So later on, we get done eating. We're all hanging out. We used to bring our pillows and our blankets, and we would make pallets on the floor, and Mom and Dad would sit in the chairs. I mean, we didn't really have much furniture, so they claimed the furniture, and we would make our pallets on the floor, and we would all huddle up down there, and we would watch whatever was going to be on TV that night. And while we were sitting there, I just remember at some point, my stomach started to growl a little bit. I was still hungry, and I looked over at Dad, and I was just like, "Daddy?" He's like, "What is it, baby?" I was like, "I'm still a little hungry. Do you think we can have something sweet to eat?" And that's just a trigger for him. And Angry Grandpa, you know how much he loves sweet things. And I think it was just always something inside of him that he wanted us to just have it. Even though we couldn't afford much, he always wanted us to have something. And so with saying that, he was like, "You know what? I'm going to show you guys something. Come with me." And we went in the kitchen, and he goes in there and he grabs down the loaf of bread. He flops it on the counter. He reaches in the refrigerator and he grabs the syrup and he flops that on the counter. He's like, "I'm about to throw you a syrup sandwich." And he handed each of us a slice of bread. And on that slice of bread, he took the syrup bottle and he splattered it on there. He's like, "Now fold your bread in half." So we all fold our bread in half, and he's like, "Now try that." And I'm going to tell you, if you've never had a syrup sandwich, you should actually try it. It's so delicious. It was just that sweet, soaking into the bread. And I don't know how to explain it. When you're poor and you're little and you have nothing and you're used to nothing, trying something like that is just holy shit, this is a whole new world. And it even expanded from there. I remember as I got older, and I actually still do it now, is I put sugar on a slice of bread and fold it in half, and I eat a sugar sandwich. But I know it sounds really bad for the teeth and whatever, but it's just something that I still do. I mean, it's so simple, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's delicious. So I remember eating when we were little. My dad showed us how to make syrup sandwiches, and it's just as simple as that. You take a slice of bread, you put some syrup on it, you fold it in half, and you eat it. The syrup, like I said, just soaks into it, and it's just such a simple, sweet treat to be able to have. And I'll just never forget him always wanting something sweet for us, something small, something so minuscule as putting syrup on a slice of bread just so we could have something sweet to eat. I mean, I miss this man tremendously, and little things like that, I'll just never forget. It teaches you to appreciate what you have. Definitely if you grow up like dirt poor, and then you grow up to have just even a few more things than what you would have had as in your childhood, just makes you appreciate those things, I feel like. So, or at least for me, it just makes me appreciate every little thing I have, like my home. I appreciate it so much. I know how hard, my parents worked and how hard they struggled to try and make sure we did have somewhere to be able to lay our head every night with a roof over our head and, heat or air conditioning and running water. And there's just so much I wish I could still say to my dad. Things I could thank him for, little things like that. And I don't know if I ever actually fully got the opportunity to thank him. And I mean, I know you're listening now, Dad, so thank you. I miss that man so much, and there's things every day I wish I could say to him, but I can't. And instead, I'm just going to continue to share his legacy, share things he taught me, and I'll share it with you guys. I'll share it with my kids. I'll share it with their kids. We'll keep his memory going. But one of the things I always remember and still enjoy to this day are syrup sandwiches. And that was all thanks to Dad, just trying to make sure that no matter what, at the end of the day, his kids had something just a little bit sweet, even if it was something as simple as a syrup sandwich. So I know this wasn't too much of a story, guys, but it is something that I really just did want to share with you. I had been thinking about different things a lot lately and thinking about like how we grew up and different things we ate. I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Like, we didn't have crime allowances. Well, maybe. I mean, we were working in flea markets as children, which is another story I would actually really like to share with you guys, would be my experiences doing like flea markets and stuff with my dad and Michael and stuff like that. So there's a lot I actually do want to share, so I think it would be a good idea to go back in to more of stories sometimes too. I do want to get back to cooking eventually, but for now, this is going to about do it. Let's get to showing you a syrup sandwich. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you. All right, ready? See if I can do this one hand. Bam! There is your syrup sandwich. And it really is just as simple as that. Still so good. So good. So that's gonna about do it for this video, guys. Show you what I mean real quick. You see that? Look how that syrup is just soaked into that bread. So that's gonna about do it for this video, guys. As always, I truly appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for the continued love and support and the well wishes. I am definitely feeling so much better. I'm not sure. My eyes are still probably really dark. They have been. So, sorry. But Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. I truly appreciate you. I love you. I miss you. And I will definitely see you guys next time. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe. If you didn't, like, subscribe. Have a good night, guys.